We all know that Deadpool and Wolverine is going to have a ton of cameos, so here's everyone I do and don't want to see make an appearance in the film. First, the new trailer from the other day just confirmed that we are going to be getting Ladypool, which has made the entire internet speculate who it's going to be playing the character. A lot of people have thrown out Taylor Swift might be her, which I just think is stupid, and I do not want this to happen whatsoever. And while we're on the topic of Taylor Swift, I do not want her to appear in this movie as Dazzler. She's just a different level of celebrity at this point. It's going to take me out of the movie if I see her in it, honestly. But my pick for who should be Lady Deadpool is Blake Lively. We know that she is married to Ryan Reynolds in real life. It would just be very fitting to have her in this film. Someone else I would love to see have a cameo in this movie, or maybe even just one cool action sequence as well, is Evan Peters returning as Quicksilver from all those Fox X-Men films, because he was so unbelievably good as his character, and Quicksilver has not been done right ever since. And then they brought back Evan Peters as Quicksilver, or what everybody thought was going to be confirmed as Quicksilver, only to reveal it as a joke that he was actually Ralph Boner the entire time and not really a part of the X-Men universe, which is just so unbelievably stupid. So they can make up for it, or maybe make a joke about that in this movie. Someone I really don't want to see in this movie is Doctor Strange, and you're probably thinking this is so random, why would he even be in it? A lot of people have been theorizing that he or Wong is going to be in this film because they see this portal and it looks like something that we've seen in the MCU before with all the different sorcerers. I really hope this movie's focusing way more on the different X-Men. Like, I don't need Doctor Strange just farting around in this movie like he did in Spider-Man No Way Home for an hour, so hopefully he's not in it. One cameo that I think would be absolutely hilarious, and I really hope they do, is bring back Ben Affleck as Daredevil. There's a lot of potential for jokes they could do with this, just because his performance in that movie is just so terrible. But we also know that Charlie Cox and his Netflix show of Daredevil is now canon, so maybe Deadpool and Wolverine have to go clean up the old timelines and end up like killing off this Daredevil to make room for the new one. I think it would be a really cool and funny scene. Now I gotta give a possible spoiler warning for this next one because of a Regal popcorn bucket that they revealed actually kind of confirmed this new cameo is going to be in the movie, so I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. It seems like Professor X is going to be in this film because if you didn't know, they teased a popcorn bucket that's literally the shape of his chair, so it seems very obvious he will be in this film in some way, shape, or form. Absolutely love Patrick Stewart in this role. He's incredible in all those X-Men movies. I even think he was very good in Multiverse of Madness in his one short scene. I thought it was just great to see him again. I kind of don't want this to happen for the first reason being because we literally did see a different universe Professor X already in Multiverse of Madness, as I just said. And plus, he already had an amazing ending in Logan, so we already brought him back once as a different universe version. I really don't know if I want to see it again in this movie. Speaking of Logan, I know it's a different universe Wolverine that we're going to be following in this movie. I just don't want any jokes about the Logan movie. Just leave that film alone. It was a perfect ending. Just completely let it be. A cameo I would absolutely love to see in this movie is Spider-Man. I feel like he is such an iconic duo with Deadpool. But sadly, as we know, there's lots of different rights issues with the Spider-Man character for how often the MCU can actually use him, so they probably won't end up burning one of those uses on a cameo that would only be like a minute long, but it would still be a really dope scene to be. Back on the X-Men side of things, I would really like to see Cyclops and Jean Grey appear in this because obviously we know that both Cyclops and Logan like Jean Grey. So there's some really funny stuff they could do with that, and plus I feel like Cyclops never got enough time to shine in those other movies, so I'd love to see James Marsden come back for the role one more time. And I still stand by my take that I would love to see them travel to the X-Men 97 universe for like 1 second. It'd just be so funny. I don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. return as Iron Man. Like I said, if they do some jokes like Tom Cruise is a superior Iron Man that everybody thought was going to be a Multiverse of Madness, I'm completely fine with that. But if RDJ ever comes back to this role, it needs to be a massive event, not just a joke cameo. And last but not least, I would love to see a Kevin Feige cameo in this movie. It could be hilarious.